Hello and welcome to another day of TA the Degen Way. Just wanted to hop on and give a quick update on my current Bitcoin short trading idea and a upcoming potential long position on Solana. So as you would know from past previous videos, I did take out a short swing trade on Bitcoin at just under $38,000 for the reason that the daily candle wicked up above the $38,000 resistance level. That was our resistance for quite a few times, and then it came back down below right here. So here's our resistance at about 38,000. Resistance, 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 came up, came way back down, and then bearishly rejected off of that macro POC in the 39,000 range we've been talking about for the last month or two. And now that we've came down and put in a lower low, I am looking to come back up and put in a lower high. And what I would like to see is some kind of a liquidity grab above this high in the 37,700 area, maybe even the 37,500 area. And as we're coming down here, this level that we're currently at is a past support resistance flip. Was resistance, broke through it, came back, retested it as support, and then we rocketed on up there. So I would say it is our real last swing based support resistance level. And as we're coming down to this level, you had a fair value gap here also. You can see that this big single print candle just busted right through there. We have a fair value gap here. It's not very large, but it is there. Price is putting in some bullish divergence on the 12-minute. Here we have a lower low on the oscillator, or right here. You got this low is higher. We go to price. Here's this wave here coming off of this low right here, and then we put in a much lower low, and now we're looking for bullish signals while we just put in a double bottom, and then now we're getting some engulfing candles to the upside. That's a bullish signal. Well, it's not really engulfing, but you could call it a three-line strike or whatever you want. The price seems to be pushing to the upside. So as such, I have taken some profit on that short trade, moved my stop loss to entry, and opened up a small long scalp to be in a position in case we do see a continuation up to 39,000 or higher. What I'm really looking for is, for price to either continue on down and maybe, put in some kind of a large head and shoulders. Is a potential, as in here's our real low right here at 35,634. If price was to come down here and then come on up, and here would be your right shoulder, your left shoulder, here's your head, and then your right shoulder. Or from our current price to push on up, grab the liquidity above this high, get everybody bullish again, and then come on down harder. But being we are at a past support and resistance flip, we do have bullish divergence forming on the 12-minute. You can kind of follow the curvature of this oscillator. It looks like it wants to start curving to the upside. It's a pretty sad curve. And if you follow it on the top side, you can see how it curved up and then is now curving down where you would expect a bottom, kind of right in the time frame that we're sitting, or come down slightly farther and maybe take the liquidity below this low. And I do project that when we break this low at 35,635, about 650, that it's pretty reasonable to assume that there's some liquidity down there, and we'll probably see a push to the upside, either to the height of this left shoulder, maybe to the bottom of this low at 36,890. But I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now, but I don't see any reason to close my short trade. I've taken some profit on it, I've de-risked it, and I plan to just let that ride on down to our target level from our last video of around 31,500 to the 32,500 area. So I mean, that's what we're looking for. If you like our technical analysis style, you're always welcome to join us on our free Discord. There's a link in the description where throughout the day myself and other traders are discussing what we're seeing on the chart, potential reversals, anything that would invalidate whatever thesis that we're personally looking at. Or else we have our TradingView idea page, crypto file 622. Just search it in the search bar, and there you will see a small write-up and a chart as to what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, or yesterday's video, just where I go over it. The next thing I want to look at is Solana. Solana is a big deal. It is a fast network. It's survived a lot of things, and while I, don't hold a massively insane position on it, it is one of the few crypto tokens that I am extremely bullish on. But at the same time, acknowledge and recognize that while this run, it does appear to be battle tested and approved by buyers. Things can go wrong quick. So it's a token that I'm trading and certainly not married to. But you can see we had this nice uptrend. We were looking for a resistance at this $48 daily resistance level previously. You can see we tapped it almost to the dollar, and then we wicked down for a nice correction and then pushed on up. So currently, I'm looking for, that we have broken trend, for some kind of a pullback here, hopefully only to this $48 daily resistance level, and push on up to our next daily high time frame resistance level of around $80. So what am I looking for down in this $48 to $52 buy window I've got here? Well, one is the local golden pocket. If we are looking for a retrace from our last local low, and we're expecting a continuation of this trend, the 50 to 61.8% retrace levels coming out right at about $52,000. And what I'll be looking for is a liquidity grab below those lows. What do I mean by that? I'm looking for price to come down, push below it, stop everybody out, grab all that liquidity, wick back up, close above this level, these two big lows here, this $50 and 50-cent area, and bullishly retest off of it and push to the upside with a target of about $80. Where do we get these levels? Well, if you scroll on over, it doesn't want to load it. Well, you can look on your own, but if you scroll on over, you'll see that those were past support and resistance flips in the last massive downtrend. But if you want to trade with us, you're welcome to join our free Discord. If you like the content, like, share, subscribe, come on over. We'd be glad to have you. But until then, trade well.